Alright everybody, I got this lot where I was showing you how to shift before on the last video. So this video is going to be all about turning. And we're going to have two types of turns. We're going to have low speed turns, and we're going to have, I guess, high speed or normal speed turns, because you're not always going to be in a parking lot going 15 miles per hour. But what's important to understand is what your body does while you turn in these turns. Okay, on low speed turns, you're going to have your body kind of positioned upright while the bike is leaned over this way while you turn left and leaned over this way while you turn right. On higher speed turns, like when you're on the road and everything, what you're going to do is you're actually going to put your chest and head over and your body over towards that side of the turn, and then the bike will start to follow along with you. Then you look this way, put your chest and head over towards that turn, and that bike will start to follow along with you. Alright? It's going to be hard for me to do because I don't have a second camera here to show you my body position. So I'll try to do the best I can do with my words and from this view on how to show you the body position. But what I'm going to do is my body is going to stay upright and the bike is going to lean over like this. Does that make sense? My body's still up. I'm still straight. But the bike is leaned over like this while I turn left. Okay, and when I turn right, I'll turn the handlebars this way, and I will lean the bike over like this while my body is still upright. It seems like a weird concept until you actually start riding. Okay, but on low speed turns like this, if I'm turning, let's say I'm making a U-turn and my body's upright, if this bike were to tip over right now and fall, I would land on top of the bike. High speed turns, when we'd be turning, I'm going to point my head and chest over towards the turn. So if I'm turning left, I'm going to point it over towards that turn, and my body position's kind of going to be over here, away from the motorcycle, right? And that bike will follow along with me through the turn. When you're riding faster, if you push the bike this way, okay, if my head and chest is over and I'm pushing with my left hand to make a left turn, the bike will come with me to my left. If I'm making a right turn or I'm on a right curve, I'm going to put my head and chest towards that turn, and I'm going to push with this hand, okay, and that right there is going to turn the bike right, and it's going to follow along with me. Let's actually try to get into some low speed turns right now, and we'll actually just practice this a little bit and practice our body position, keeping it upright, keeping my body up, and having this bike lean over like this or lean over this way while my body's still up. Notice how I'm not leaning with the bike. I mean, I'm sure you can see with the camera angle that my head is tilted, right? I'm not leaning with the bike. The bike is going and I'm staying straight up. Now we're going to do a couple figure eights over here. Let's get this started. You don't want to go too slow on these. You want to keep it at about 7 to 10 miles per hour. But obviously, I'm going to look where I'm going, and I'm going to tip this bike over while my body is still upright. Okay, I'm going to push this bike over while my body is still upright. Alright, I'm going to look through, and I'm on top of this motorcycle right now. Let's make a left one. I am on top of the motorcycle. And just like my last video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a break, soak it in, recap of what I just did. I'm actually turning the handlebars this way to turn, and this bike is going over, and I'm keeping my body on top of the motorcycle like this. And yes, of course, I'm looking over. I'm looking where I'm going. I'm leaning away from the turn, so I'm gonna put my body away from the turn. I wish you could see my shoulders right now. But on this right turn, my left shoulder is up, like I'm trying to answer the phone with my left shoulder. You know, when you just put your phone in between your shoulder and your head? So it's like I'm answering the phone, and I'm putting the phone in between the shoulder, like my right shoulder and my head, making this left turn. That's keeping my body upright. I almost fell right there. See? I need this practice too. Now I'm just gonna make 3 U-turns, 3 circles on a right turn, and then 3 turning left. I'm not leaning with the motorcycle. I'm going slow right now. While I'm going slow, you don't want to lean with the motorcycle. You want to lean away from it. Okay, so I'm gonna turn left, tilt the bike over, and lean it away from me. I'm turning right. I'm gonna turn the handlebars right, turn the tire right, and I'm gonna lean away from the bike. Leaning away. I'm far away from the bike. All right. Now let's do some left turns. I'm pushing with my left hand straight down, and I'm keeping my body up. This motorcycle's turning, baby, but I got my body straight up. Now let's look through our turns now, because that's what you want to be doing. I'm looking through my turns, but my left hand is basically locked out, and this motorcycle is leaning left, and my body is straight up. My body is right above the motorcycle, so this is dangerous for me, but I'm only gonna look straight so you can see the angle. Let's go do some normal speed turns now, because you're gonna be on the road, right? So let's actually walk through how you're supposed to take these turns. Okay, actually turning. Obviously, the number one thing is look at where you're going to turn. So I'm gonna make a left on this road right here. I'm gonna look where I'm gonna turn, and I'm gonna look through my turn. Look at that Corvette actually coming a little hot. But I'm gonna look through my turn. I'm gonna point my head and my chest all the way over. And then I'm gonna push down on this left hand to make that turn. To really explain it to you, I'll just do this right now. I'm gonna push my left hand on this. While we're actually rolling, we're going 20 something miles per hour. So if I push with my right hand, bike pulls right. Push with my left hand, bike pulls left. Now I'm gonna push on this side. I'm gonna take my hand and push this side right here on the right. So I'm push, it makes me turn right. I'm gonna push on this side, it makes me turn left. Point my head and chest over, and I'm gonna push over with my right hand, and that bike just follows me. Learning how to turn while you go faster is easier. You can't turn the handlebar. You couldn't if you tried. If I'm going 40 miles per hour, if I try to turn this handlebar left, I'm immediately tipping over right. Look at that. I try to turn it right, I immediately tip over left. So, this is a perfect turn right here. I'm gonna look through the turn, head and chest, and push with my left hand. Look through the turn, head and chest, push with my right hand. Head and chest to my left, push with my left. The bike follows. I'm gonna look through my turn, head and chest, bike follows. I'm gonna say it again while going 55. Coming up to a right curve, head and chest over, push to my right hand. Oh, I have a left turn. I'll put my head and chest over, so the bike is away from me right now on my right side, and I'm pushing on my left hand. Well, that's it, guys. That's how you turn on the motorcycle. It's fairly easy. It's just working on that low speed, just keeping your body upright while you do those turns. It'll all come naturally in about 2 to 3 days. I'm telling you, it all comes together so fast. You're gonna sit here and watch these videos or watch countless other YouTube videos on how to ride a motorcycle, how to do this and that. The reason why the MSF course is only 2 days is because really it only takes about 2 days to get the bike moving and get yourself turning at low speeds. It only takes a day, 2 days tops. Driving on the road is a completely different story because you have to go faster, you have to think about a lot. Just go at your own speed. If you want to hold up traffic going 20 miles per hour because you're still trying to figure out how to shift, or you're scared, you're nervous, you don't want to mess up the bike and you're trying to work on your throttle, then do it. They can go around. They can go around you and go about their day. You just ride safely and get to where you're supposed to be in one piece. Don't worry about taking off at a light too fast and then probably stalling and having that car behind you, you know, wait, or a whole bunch of cars behind you. No. Have a smooth takeoff. Take that extra 2 to 3 seconds that it normally takes to take off, so that way you have it smooth. And who cares that those people are behind you waiting, or that they have to let off their brake slightly slower than they did at other lights? It's fine. Take your time, become smooth and better at it. That way you're able to do it quicker more often. See, I just let that car have a whole bunch of space and take off before me because I wanted to make sure I had a smooth takeoff. So don't forget, get your motorcycle riding in, get your experience in. But a very important part of that experience is to get off of the motorcycle, to choose to stay off of the motorcycle and reflect on how your ride went, your previous ride. To show you guys how freaking dedicated I am, I went to my house and I got a mirror, and I placed the mirror here so you can see, so you have a view of what the bike does and what your body's supposed to be doing. By the way, do you like the shirt? Skip ad. So low speed turns, you're gonna turn the wheel and that bike is gonna lean over like this and my body is still upright. That bike is gonna lean and your body is gonna stay upright. When you're taking more higher speed turns, you're gonna look where you're going and you're gonna point your head and chest into that turn. Okay, so now this bike is away from me and you're gonna push with the hand that you're looking at. So if I'm turning right, I'm gonna lean that way and push with the right hand, and that bike will follow me and it'll come to me. I'm gonna look where I'm supposed to be going, point my head and chest that way, and I'm gonna push like this, and that bike's gonna come with me through that turn. Low speed, you're turning like this, you got the wheel turned in the direction you're supposed to go, and you tip that bike over and keep your body over it the whole time. Cool. I like this idea. I should do this more often. Hey boy, what's good? How you doing? This should be the thumbnail right here. Oh man.